Jai Hind! Welcome to our very special celebration of the 63rd anniversary of the Independence Day of India. I'm Riti Sunshine Bhalla, your host for this program. The independence of India was achieved through the sacrifices and struggles of numerous freedom fighters, including Mangal Pandey, Jhansi Ki Rani, Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, Lala Lajpat Rai, and countless others who laid down their lives for India's freedom. But today, we will pay homage to the brightest jewel amongst them all, a man who shook the world in his own gentle way and led India to freedom, the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. We are really proud that we will be joined in this celebration by governors of 5 states, senators and congressmen from 3 states, as well as India's ambassador to the U.S. from Washington, D.C. And ladies and gentlemen, it is our greatest honor that the former President of India, His Excellency Dr. Abdul Kalam, will also be joining us from New Delhi. But first, the story of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a man of divine mission who laid down his life for the reconciliation of all men in brotherhood and love. He became enshrined in millions and millions of hearts and shone like a beacon for the whole world. He developed the idea of satyagraha, a philosophy and practice of nonviolent resistance. This nonviolent soldier of freedom won independence for India without any guns, rifles, or atom bombs. His only weapon was his patience and nonviolence. He raised the conscience of the world without raising his voice. He was the architect of India's independence movement, and his ideals and sacrifices paved the way to ending a 100-year struggle against British rule.
सुनो सुनो ऐ दुनिया वालों बापू की ये अमर कहानी वो बापू जो पूज है इतना जितना गंगा माँ का पानी सुनो सुनो ऐ दुनिया वालों बापू की ये अमर कहानी.
We'll come back to Bapu Ki Amar Kahani, but first I would like to invite my first guest on our program. He was one of the 300 exclusive guests at President Obama's historic state dinner with Prime Minister Manmohan Singh last November. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted that Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell is joining us today in our celebration of India's independence. Governor, welcome to our program.
It's my pleasure, Riti. I'm honored to be here and to be part of this celebration. As mayor, I never missed one of these. So happy Independence Day to you and all of your viewers across Pennsylvania and the nation. And I thought it was very fitting and appropriate that I was at that dinner because as mayor and as governor, I've continued to have a great relationship with Pennsylvania's Indian American community. Well, I am absolutely proud that Pennsylvania is the only state that has trade representatives and investment representatives in India. And it's paying off big time for Pennsylvania because India is an emerging economy. And my belief is that in the next 10 to 25 years, India will be one of the top 3 or 4 economies in the world. So once again, Riti, happy Independence Day to you and all of our viewers. Jai Hind.
सुनो सुनो ऐ दुनिया वालों बापू की ये अमर कहानी.
Born as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he came to be known as Mahatma, or Great Soul. He is also often referred to as Bapu, or Father. At a young age, Gandhi absorbed the influences that would play an important role in his adult life, including compassion for living beings, vegetarianism, fasting for self-purification or protest, and mutual tolerance between individuals of different creeds.
वो बापू जो पूज है इतना जितना गंगा माँ का पानी.
You're watching the Riti Bhalla special, and we are celebrating the 63rd anniversary of the Independence Day of India. I would now like to invite my next guest, Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick, to share his thoughts about our independence celebration and the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. Governor Patrick, welcome to our program and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Riti, for inviting me to be a part of this special program and to continue what has been a long, proud alliance between the nation of India and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Indians and Indian Americans are an integral part of our economy, culture, and communities here in Massachusetts. It was here that while teaching at MIT in 1968, Hargobind Khorana became the first Indian American to win the Nobel Prize. From PhDs to small business operators, from civic leaders to homemakers, India has enriched our Commonwealth. But ours is a relationship forged not just through academics or economics, but through common ideals. Ideals of hard work, determination, achievement, and compassion. Ideals such as those I have learned from Dr. Martin Luther King, and that he in turn learned from Mahatma Gandhi. To Indians and Indian Americans around the world, I wish you a happy and healthy celebration of India's independence. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Governor. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind." Gandhi's principle of nonviolence has inspired people all around the world. 5 world leaders who won the Nobel Peace Prize have acknowledged that they were influenced by Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence, namely Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Aung San Suu Kyi of Burma, Adolfo Perez Esquivel of Argentina, and of course in this country, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I came to Gandhi in the same setting in theological seminary days. I had heard of Gandhi, but I remembered hearing a message by the president of Howard University, Dr. Mordecai Johnson, who had just returned from India. He spoke in Philadelphia on his trip to India and the whole philosophy of Gandhi and passive nonviolent resistance. And I was so deeply moved by the message that I went away and bought several books on the on Gandhi and Gandhian technique. And at that point, I became deeply influenced by Gandhi.
Last year, at a high school in Arlington, Virginia, President Obama was asked which person, dead or alive, he would like to dine with. And the president said,
I think that it might be Gandhi, who is a real hero of mine. He's somebody who I find a lot of inspiration in. He inspired Dr. King, so if it hadn't been for the nonviolent movement in India, you might not have seen the same nonviolent movement for civil rights here in the United States.